Hello, this is Alexander K, founder and matchmaker of the matchmaking agency My Colombian Wife. In this video, I'm going to talk about safety in Colombia. 300 cases of druggings and robberies in 2023, and about 30 have died. This is an increase of 30% compared to 2022. In this video, I want to talk about why this is happening in Colombia, and why this is happening in Medellin. And why, with our personal matchmaking service, you will be absolutely safe during your stay in Colombia. Basically, the problem is getting in contact with the wrong kind of Colombian women. What do I mean with the wrong kind of Colombian women? I mean Colombian women that are criminal, that work together with criminal gangs, that have the main focus of robbing foreign tourists. So foreign tourists, due to the lack of knowledge, the lack of experience of Colombian culture, they cannot identify this kind of women. If you know my podcast or my blog, my articles, you know that I strongly recommend not to use dating apps or not to meet Colombian women on your own in Colombia, because it is very dangerous. The only safe way of meeting women in Colombia is through a trustworthy matchmaking agency, like My Colombian Wife, an agency that screens its members, that makes background checks. Women that have criminal intentions or work together with criminal gangs, they do not join matchmaking agencies because they have to identify themselves and the background is being checked. We check if they have police records. Criminal Colombian women love using dating apps to stay anonymous. There's no external entity that will check the backgrounds or their activity. So let's get back to the topic, why this is happening in Colombia and exclusively in Medellin. There are many active gangs in Medellin, and some of these gangs are specialized on robbing foreigners, using young attractive Colombian women. Medellin is a very criminal city with a very high percentage of women that are actually prostitutes. A very high percentage of young men are members of gangs. It is pretty much the capital of the drug lords in the world, where very few have normal jobs. There are very few opportunities in Colombia. It's a very poor country. Medellin is one of the poorest cities in Colombia, with one of the highest crime rates. For me, the rise of the kind of cases that has very much to do with the rise of the inflation, the cost of living here in Colombia, in the last 2 years has gone up. Poverty has gone up. When poverty will increase, and it has the last 2 years, the crime rate will rise as well. Now, I also have to mention that Medellin is one of the meccas for sex tourists in the world. You can find prostitutes for about $7, and the bag of cocaine is included in the price. Here at the matchmaking agency My Colombian Wife, we do not promote sex tourism. We are only interested in working with marriage-minded gentlemen that are seriously seeking a Colombian wife. But you get the idea why many American tourists like to visit Medellin. Not all of them are looking for prostitutes. Some of them are only looking for cheap dates. Many of these women are not direct prostitutes, but they are willing to date men in exchange of a meal or some financial help. Many women here on Tinder, that they don't appear as prostitutes, they appear just as normal women. They even appear as lawyers or doctors. They have one thing in common: they always accept a direct invitation to an Airbnb apartment or to a hotel room. Many guys that go to Medellin follow certain YouTube channels of self-proclaimed experts telling them how to date Medellin women. The dangerous thing is to take advice from these kind of fake experts. They will make you believe that if you follow their safety tips, you will be totally safe. So, there's one group of men that go to Medellin that do not know anything about the risks of dating women through apps. And there's another group that are somehow aware of the risks, but they think they can handle the risks themselves. So, what I always say and will say, I do not recommend anyone to come here to Colombia to meet women by himself. If you're a sex tourist, I don't even recommend you to come here to Colombia. You can go to another country and be absolutely safe. They don't even know what scopolamine is. They think it is some kind of date and rape drug that is commonly used in the United States. But they think that they will be totally safe if they just check their drink. But scopolamine can be given in many ways, not just by putting it in a drink. It is a powder and it can be blown into the victim's face, or you can get drugged by scopolamine just by touch. Almost no one is aware of this. This is what makes scopolamine such a dangerous drug. It makes the victim do everything he's told. The intention of these criminals is wiping out the victim's bank account, not just stealing his phone or his computer. Many victims that were lucky and have not been killed have lost a lot of money. As mentioned, we are only interested in working with marriage-minded men that are looking for a Colombian wife. So if Colombia has these kind of problems, why should someone even consider Colombia to find a wife in this country? If you're looking for a wife in Colombia, with our service you will be absolutely safe. We have worked with countless of single men over the past 12 years now. Nothing has ever happened to them due to our high security standards. We are experts when it comes to the security in Colombia. You will be absolutely safe during your stay in Colombia, and we will introduce you to the right kind of Colombian women. Women that are looking for a serious relationship, women that are marriage-minded. The danger in Colombia is meeting the wrong kind of Colombian women. And when you come here to meet women on your own, chances are very high that you will eventually end up with the wrong kind of Colombian women. Criminals that will never join a matchmaking agency like ours because we do a very profound background check. We decide the location for the meetings and they are always in a safe environment. A personal guide and translator will be present during the meetings. Colombian women that have criminal intentions want to be anonymous. They don't want to be supervised. They don't want any external party to know what they are doing. By providing this kind of service in a country like Colombia, we have a very high responsibility, and the safety of our clients is very important to us. So if you are interested in finding a Colombian wife, and if you have some additional questions, feel free to contact us. But now, by clicking at the link in the description below, thank you very much for your attention. If you want to hear more about Colombian culture, dating Colombian women, safety in Colombia, please click on the subscribe button now so you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you will be always informed. I'm looking forward to getting to know you. Thank you very much for your attention.